NBA talks, y'all. The Denver Nuggets, 47 and 32, fourth in the Western Conference, on a current four-game losing streak, have just fired their coach. Michael Malone, latest casualty to get fired from the Denver Nuggets, fourth in the Western Conference, led them to a championship just 2 seasons ago. They've been dealing with a myriad of injuries. So, they're not at full strength right now. Jamal Murray has been out for some time. They've been weathering the storm. Players, however, these last 4 games has took a downward turn, and Michael Malone is out. Is out as a coach. So, how do y'all? It's not like they're not a playoff team. I can't even say that they're not contenders. And Nikola Jokic is probably going to win the MVP this season. So, a rare situation where a player wins the MVP and the coach still gets fired. And again, the season's not even over yet. So they're 47 and 32. That's 79 games out of an 82 game season. So they have 3 more games left, and then they will get into the playoffs. So it's interesting what Denver's front office is doing. Is this a way to rally the troops by firing Michael Malone to get, the players to bond together or band together and put together a successful playoff push? Or are they just looking at it like, we're going to blow this whole thing up? We're going to make some trades. We're going to restructure everything, and we're just going to rebuild for the future. What are your thoughts? Tap in. Tell me what you guys are thinking. Again, this is KP with 2 P's and a bong. I'm talking NBA hoops. Yo, engineer, what's up? This KP. I'm talking NBA. But talking about this basketball and the Denver Nuggets, seeing that Michael Malone was just fired. So Michael Malone is out after winning a championship just 2 years ago. We'll see who they bring in to replace. But star player Nikola Jokic is having a phenomenal season. He will be the MVP this year, and his coach is still fired. Makes you wonder, is Nikola Jokic not feeling Michael Malone? What is it? Has he lost control of the locker room? What's going on in Denver? Because they're the 4th seed right now, so they're going to make the playoffs. I will say this, as a Laker fan, it is a breath of fresh air. No shot to Michael Malone, but if you look at the Lakers, the last couple of years, they've lost to one team in the playoffs. Just one team. It's been the Denver Nuggets. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm getting some comments in. I want to address your comments. You said, how does Malone get fired and not Nico Harrison? That is an interesting perspective. I actually believe that there was some internal things going on in Dallas when Nico made that move. So I think it was some stuff going on. However, if you look at the trade at the time with Dallas when they got Anthony Davis, a healthy Anthony Davis and a healthy Kyrie Irving, I believe that they were going to make a splash. They would have made a splash in this year's postseason. So I think the thought might have been there for the short term. It just, injuries, it just didn't go well, and it didn't look good. Another comment, John Parham. Denver needs another key player. Time to make a move, in my opinion. Okay, so what key player are you talking? So who are you going to get rid of? You getting rid of Michael Porter Jr.? Are you getting rid of Aaron Gordon? Are you getting rid of who's the trading piece that you would want to get rid of to get that key player? I mean, I hear you. It's just who are you gonna bring in? Who's gonna complement Jokic and play off of Jokic? Um, I mean, do you get rid of Jamal Murray? Who do you get rid of? Uh, so please come back with that. I want you to tell me who you get rid of. Okay. Let me see. I got another person. Malone will be hired ASAP. Okay, same person. John Malone will be hired ASAP. Who do you think's gonna hire him? I think he'll get a job as well. I think he'll land on his feet. But what team do you think will hire Michael Malone? Uh, David Tobar, Denver roster weakest. All they got is Jokic. Washed, Russ, Murray, either hot or ice cold. Okay, so I don't think Russ is washed. I think he has bad plays at bad moments, but I don't think he's washed. I think Russ has been a breath of fresh air. If you look at the plus minus with the top 5 starters for Denver, Russ is in that. So, and I don't think Jamal Murray is in that. I was just looking at something yesterday. They're like a plus 43, but Westbrook is in that lineup. So Westbrook has been very effective. You know, I know he gets a lot of flack about not being able to shoot and stuff like that, but hey man, he's a hell of a player and he plays hard every night. I don't know one player that plays harder than Westbrook every single night. And so I love and I actually respect and appreciate about Westbrook. I think Westbrook got his bad rap when he actually came home to the LA Lakers. My team. I think that's when he got the bad rap, and his image hasn't recovered since then. Let me see, got a couple more things. Memphis, okay, John, you said Memphis messed up firing their coach as well. I was very surprised at the Memphis firing when it happened, when it took place, the timing of it. But I will say, I believe that the Memphis coach was fired because of the direction that he wanted to take the team in, and your best player didn't necessarily want to go in that direction. And when I say best player, I'm talking about John Morant. John Morant didn't want to go in that direction. And when I say that direction, I'm saying this year, Memphis stopped playing as much pick and roll. It was less pick and roll this year when they were running their offense. And anybody that watches John Morant is really good out of pick and roll. So you take him out of pick and roll and it's less of these actions for him. I don't think he was happy about that. So you got to take a deeper dive into it. And if you look at it, that's one thing that you'll see. Okay, engineer said, oh, wait, John, you also said Porter in a future pick. Okay. So Porter in a future pick. I'm a Porter fan. See, I like Porter and Gordon together because I think they give Denver a lot more versatility in the front court, because you can play Porter at the 3, you can play Gordon at the 4, or you could kind of switch it up. Sometimes you can play Porter at the 4. You can switch him up and play him at the 3-4, 4-3, vice versa with both of them. So I personally wouldn't trade Porter. I would keep Porter. Porter is, sometimes he's inconsistent. He likes to live off that jump shot a little more than I would like him to, being 6'10". But I think all 3 of them in the front court, I think they're the best rebounding front court in the NBA. When you look at Gordon, when you look at Porter, when you look at Jokic. And I think that's part of the reason why Nikola Jokic gets so many rebounds, is because you have to account for all three of those guys hitting the glass. And so with Porter being more athletic, with Gordon being a better athlete, they're going to take more attention. And Jokic being less of an athlete, he's stronger brute. He's going to find his way to getting rebounds. So I actually like that combination.